when I uploaded the video onto my YouTube, you got so many comments being like, oh my God, she is the image of Margot Robbie.
I know.
I mean, having that sort of a comparison.
It's quite something.
We are another year in, Emma. 40 million streams or so later. Maeve has moved on in her life. How have you also grown alongside Maeve?
Well, I mean, very simply, I just kind of... Actually, to be honest, I don't know yet because it's only been a year, and there's just a lot that's happened. It's been quite whirlwindy and lovely, but I'm just sort of... I think I just need to sit with myself and kind of drink it all in and think about everything that's happened. It's been wonderful, is the main thing, but I do feel like it's kind of taught me a lot, and I've, you know, become a little bit more confident maybe, which is good.
Well, something that I did take note of, when I uploaded the video onto my YouTube, you got so many comments being like, oh my God, she is the image of Margot Robbie.
I know.
I mean, having that sort of a comparison.
It's quite something. It's quite something. It's funny because the people who know me, like the people who are close in my life, don't see the resemblance at all, which is hilarious because I don't see it either.
Yeah, the world apparently does.
But the world does, which is interesting. But I mean, I'm taking it, and more than that, I just think Margot Robbie's just like, you know, an incredible. She's like a producer, writer, director, actor extraordinaire, and that's the most important thing, more than the fact we actually look like each other. So yeah. Margot Robbie's a don. I
got to tell you as well, because she's known for her layered acting with her characters with multiple layers.
Yeah.
Maeve in this had so many layers to her characters. Yeah. And she faces so many moral dilemmas where she almost becomes a carer to her own family. Yes. What was it like for you, putting yourself in that sort of situation, having to get to grips with those moral dilemmas?
I mean, it's part of the job. It was great because I felt like Maeve grew up this season, really and truly, and her storyline became even more nuanced and detailed and intricate and kind of more gut-wrenching than season 1. So that was a joy to play. And then, of course, I get to play with opposite and with Anne-Marie Duff, who is just a legend. And it was so... I loved watching her and loved reacting off her because she gives so much. I know this is such actor talk.
She's
so generous, but she is. She gives so much, and she's on it all the time, and she has so much energy, and like, she knows, you know, she's camera's there. She knows what she's doing, and so in a weird way, it's almost like a relief for me because we're doing this thing together. And so I'm definitely not alone, and I'm obviously get to talk about the scenes with the directors and everything before, and it's just brilliantly written. So I just have to learn the lines and sort of do it.
And then as well, I was going to say, that storyline about the sexual assault, having to read through that, what did you feel when you read it for the first time, and going forward when you acted it out, did you feel a duty to portray it in a certain way?
It's important, and I really feel like it's an important thing to talk about because it is a very real topic that affects hundreds of women and men, but hundreds of women in this case. Yeah, it's very powerful, but I as Emma feel a sense of duty and of protection.
Going forward as well, you know, this show is known for breaking so many taboos, almost too many to mention. I mean, I would say season 2 tries to break even more of those.
Yeah.
Why do you think this show is so important?
Because of that, for a start. I think that, I think this season we've packed in a lot. We've packed in a lot.
I think you could say
we can safely say we've packed in a lot and good. And I think it's a really healthy thing, and thank God we're doing it. Do you know what I mean? It's a really positive thing, and of course it's one portrayal and it's one take on, you know, what could have a million different versions. You know, we're talking about lots of different things in our way, but I do think like we're sort of in a non-assuming way, if that's a way of talking. We're not imposing it on anyone. We're just starting a conversation and we're starting a movement, you know, in that respect as well. So I'm very proud of it. And I hope we're doing good.
And what a movement it is. Emma, lovely to see you again.
Lovely to see you too. Thank you very much.